Well, good morning. Afternoon. It's after 11:30. So, hold on. So, I'm cooking lunch because it's after 11:30. Yes, I am making instant mashed potatoes. I don't care. Other stuff will be with it. Get off of my bed. Get away from that mirror. No, sir. You're not going to be in there. Do not be messing with my stuff. You are in trouble. Now you get over here before you get into any more trouble. Nope. Caleb has found himself grounded. And he's not like fully grounded. He's just grounded from TV and like the majority of his toys. It's just like he gets like one or two toys that he can play with. Hush. Do not interrupt me. You know, because I mean, if I ground him from everything, then he's literally just gonna be staring at a wall. You can't really ask a 5-year-old to do that. So, there are other things of his groundment. And so he's not going to be very happy about it when it actually comes because he thinks I'm joking. But he's not going to be running through here acting like he owns the place. He's not going to be yelling and screaming at me, telling me.
Mommy, do you know what?
You will have to excuse him crying because he just got in trouble again. So. 5-year-old is not going to be yelling and screaming at me and demanding that I do what they want me to do. This is not that type of family. But anyhow, he's gotten himself into quite a bit of trouble this week. And so. So.
Why did I talk about me?
Caleb. So. Monday, actually, I think it was Monday, they actually both were grounded. Neither one of them watched any TV Monday, because Elena was just as bad. So, yeah. So, it's going to be a very long 2 weeks. And yes, I said 2 weeks. He cannot watch TV for 2 weeks. And yes, that might seem like excessive for a 5-year-old. But one, which I was already going to do this anyhow, they're both really obsessed with TV. So I was already trying to like cut down on that. And everything to where they're not watching it as much. And that's not went very well. I've been met with a lot of temper tantrums, a lot of attitude, a lot of hatred towards that, just because, you know, that's just, they want to watch it. And so, yeah. So anyhow, it's just one of those things. So, he can't watch it at all. And I might not even go the full 2 weeks. But even when he does go back to where he can watch TV again, then he's going to be following the same rules that Elena is following, which means she can watch it for a little bit, and then she can either choose a morning or afternoon, to where, you know, whenever I tell her so, she turns it off and she doesn't watch again for the rest of the day. Or she takes several hours within the morning and doesn't watch anything, and she can only watch for a couple hours during the afternoon.
Mommy?
So far, she has chosen to watch it like during like the morning time, and then it get turned off in the afternoon and not turned back on.
Turn back on?
That's what she has chosen so far. Caleb, baby, you've got to stop. I have a mirror in my room, and he's been hitting on it and throwing things at it. And so he's been on it for this past week. This week he's been pretty much on it. Caleb, do not back talk me, baby. He's been very demanding. And then he thinks if he fake cries, it's going to help him get his way. Because all he's doing right now, he's just throwing a temper tantrum with a fake cry.
No, I'm not crying.
So, because he thinks it's going to give him his way. And no, I've put my foot down and I'm done. Well, okay. Apparently he hates me and he doesn't love me anymore because I make him mad. It's just kids. They say things, even though that like hurts you and makes you mad, makes me mad. But kids will be kids, and they don't really completely understand what they're saying. They're just saying what they hear other people say. And Caleb used to never say stuff like that until he started school. And so it's one of those things to where he's picked it up from kids at school. Caleb, stop. He's picked it up from other kids because, teachers get on to him and they're like, and so, of course, he's picked it up. Caleb, if you do not get out of my conversation, baby, you're going to the corner and I'm taking your blocks. He's sitting here trying to tell me I need to stop talking and that I don't need to say that and I need to say this and I need to do this. 5-year-old is not going to tell his mama, or at least in this household, 5-year-old is not going to be telling his mama what she is and is not going to be doing and saying. I'm the mama, not him. Caleb, if you do not stop back talking me, you're going to be grounded for 21 days. 3 weeks. You cannot talk to mommy that way. You're being mean, you're being hateful, and you're being rude. You do not talk to adults that way. Do you understand me? It doesn't matter if you're mad at me or not, Caleb. You can be mad at me, but you're still not going to talk rude to adults, especially not mommy and daddy. No, you're being rude. Well, then you have to stop, calm down. Calm down. I'm not very good at de-escalating things. I am trying to do better. I fail a lot. I'm trying, but I fail a lot. I really, really do. Caleb, stop interrupting. I keep finding ants all over my kitchen. I've already wiped everything down, and I put a little bit like a ant house poison thingamabobber, and they're still everywhere. They're all over my wall. What it is the kids, woohoo! The kids finished the homemade bread last night for dinner, and I was gonna wash it. Of course, I was gonna wash it. But I made steaks and macaroni and cheese, and you know, I made a big mess with a bunch of dishes last night. And so I took it, and I'll show you, overlook all of the stuff, y'all, like the mess. So anyhow, this is, oh, that's kind of in the way.
Whoa.
So I had it sitting over here, but I took it and I moved it over here because I had all my pans and everything stacked up here in this area. And so when I got done doing my dishes last night, I forgot to wash it. I left it here with the lid off. And so during the night, all these little sugar ants decided to come in. And so now we're kind of, my kitchen area is like infested with the teeny tiny little, almost clear looking little ants. And I mean, after doing some research, they're little sugar ants. So they're very annoying. Sugar ants are definitely harder to get rid of. In my experience, sugar ants so far have been the hardest ants to get rid of out of a house. They're very quite annoying. So that wasn't my bad. That wasn't my bad. So Elaine was kind of in a weird mood last night, and I just wasn't thinking, and there was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of talking about some stuff that's going to be going on, and I just totally missed it. I just spaced out and completely forgot to wash it, which, I mean, even if I would have remembered, I could have at least put the lid on it and waited for today to wash it, but I didn't even put the lid on it. So I kind of whoopsie. So yeah, that's not my bad. So the mashed potatoes are done. I don't know about these mashed potatoes. I've never had these before.
I did.
Caleb, I don't know. I like ranch. So, I mean, I thought it might be pretty good. They look kind of weird though. It looks weird. So I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm sure the kids will eat it. If I don't like it, I'm sure the kids will. Because, well, especially Elena, she's my garbage disposal. And they want cheese tacos because I was going through the cabinet to try to see what I was going to cook them for lunch, and they saw these. And they decided that they wanted cheese tacos. So they're not homemade. Yes, I know, and they're chalupa, so they will be slightly different. But that's what they want. So yes, I don't know. So anyhow, so we're not going to be doing much of anything. Excuse me, not much. We're not going to be doing much of anything today. And then tomorrow, since it will be Friday, I have to go pick up my mom's dog and drop her off to do some stuff. And so and then I have to go pick some other stuff up, some packages. Some packages are at my mom's, and then some are at her local CVS that I have to go pick up. So, and then I also have to talk to her, because our couch broke. Caleb. It's not, we can still sit on it, but it's kind of, it's just where the poles that are inside the cushion on the bottom, like the frame poles or whatever, they're welded together. Well, was. And so anyhow, we were sitting down, and I went to get up, and I just leaned forward so I could get up, and we heard a loud bang. And yeah, kind of find out it just, at the corner in the back, it just broke. That weld just broke. So to be able to get in there and try to fix it and weld it back together, we'd have to cut the whole entire cushion apart. Because it's inside the cushion. The cover goes around it. So Caleb, stop. Stop interrupting, baby. And so he's being really bad about interrupting adults when they're talking. So anyhow, so my mom has a love seat. I don't think it's going to fit. I think it's going to be too big. But she was wanting to get rid of it anyhow. She sent me some measurements, but like when I pull the tape measure out, it looks like that's too long. Like I'm like trying to, like I'm looking at the tape measure and, you know, thinking about like how long that is. Like if I'm standing there and I'm like, it just don't, I mean, I'm not calling my mom a liar, but just in my brain, I'm like, it don't look that long. Are we sure it's that long? Because it don't look that long. So we're gonna, and of course she's by herself doing it. So I don't know if it's off a little bit or if it is actually that long, which would be kind of weird that it would be that long for a love seat, but I digress. If it is, it is. So if it's too big, then it's too big. She says that if it will fit in our little area right here, that we could have it if we wanted to. Also, there is a lady at the church that posted that she's got a couch that she's looking to get rid of, and so she's going to get the measurements for me. Now my mom's has, it's like, you know, got the high back, it's got recliners in it. I would love to have that. That's the type of couch that I do want right here, because I like being able to prop my feet up. The other one that from the lady at my church, it does not do that, but I will just have to get whichever one will fit in this area. Align is talking about trying to replace it, but they're pretty expensive. They are very expensive. Because we were looking at Amazon and like Rec Pro and so like some other places that sell like couches and stuff for RVs, and they're just expensive. Ooh, they're expensive. So, and like, now my mom's, of course, since it's got the recliners, you can't see underneath it. And you can't store anything underneath it. Now we wouldn't be able to push it up completely against the wall because, of course, recliners. So we could still probably store stuff behind the couch like what we do now. We would lose some of that storage because, you know, we can actually store underneath the seat part. Now, with the couch from the lady at my church, it's like an old, more of like an older vintage type of couch to where it just has the four legs. And so I could always get something to put on the bottom to where you can't see underneath it, to where we could still put stuff underneath. I wouldn't do this because it would be very trashy, ghetto looking, but like, you know, you got the four legs, you get like a curtain or just a piece of material and you just put it around there to where when you look at it you see the couch, and then it's got like the skirting underneath it, like a bed skirt. I wouldn't do that. I would have to try to figure something else out. But if I could figure out how to do something like that and make it look nice, we would still be able to put stuff from the outside and push it in underneath the couch where we can still keep that storage. If that makes, I don't know if that made sense or not. I was trying to explain what I'm thinking, and I'm not very good at it. That and the fact that I keep getting distracted by seeing all of these stupid little ants. Can y'all please go that way? Go that way to that little thingy over there and please. Yeah. So, she doesn't know exactly. She says it is definitely on the smaller side. She said so, and I told her, I said, I only have X amount of space to work with. She's like, I think that it will fit in that. She says, but she's like, she says it might be like maybe an inch too big. She says, but I don't think so. She says, I think it'll work. It's not my favorite, and it is like a white creamy color. I don't particularly want that because, but I mean, I can always put a cover on it, to where, you know, it's not like if something's dropped on it or kids or whatever, it's not going to stain it up. I can always do like a different darker color if I wanted to. So, but so I'm waiting to hear back from her, and then like I said, I do have some packages that has come in. 2 of them are wigs. One is Alliance Father's Day present. I'm so excited. I have to look at it and make sure. Oh wait, I don't know if that's coming in yet or not. I don't remember. No, it wasn't that. It was it was something else that was coming in. So Alliance Father's Day present hasn't gotten here yet. I got it mixed up with another one of my packages. So 2 of them are my 2 new wigs that I'm going to try out. And of course, I'm going to show you guys, you know, because I mean, y'all, it might not be something that y'all are interested in, but you know, just like the whole ADHD thing, if there's anything that I can ever do or say that's going to help someone, you know, and, you know, this is something that could potentially help people within my family as well as my church family. Since I started wearing my wig to church, and you can tell it because obviously it's very cheaply made. It just looks like a wig, and you know it, and I'm a little embarrassed by that, but I'm trying to get over that, considering that everybody's been so supportive. Like, my church family has been so supportive of it. I have actually since then found other people within the church that's going through the same problems as me, just hair loss for whatever the reason may be, and that are in a financial situation to where they really can go and spend $100 on a wig. Like, even $50 for a wig is kind of stretching it, like, financially for them. And so, you know, and one lady, she's like, I really just don't want to start going and buying them, and if I get one and I don't really like it, or I don't like it, or it doesn't fit me just so, she's like, I'm gonna feel so defeated. I'll send it back and get my money back. She's like, but then I'm not gonna really want to ever try again. I'm like that a little bit, but me and her's already talked, and so I'm like, you know, I've got some coming in. You can look at them, you can try them on, and you know, if you don't like them, because she's kind of like me. She still got some, but she's not quite there to where she has to wear, like, she has to wear them right now. She's not quite there, but she's actually a little bit closer than I am. Hey, don't be touching stuff. And so me and her's gonna get together, and we're gonna, you know, I'm gonna try to help her get a little bit more confidence in it. Because I mean, yes, I'm embarrassed by it, but I also, at the same time, also don't really care. You know, because if I was really worried about what people would think, the second a line looked at me and said, what is that? Why were you wearing that? I would have taken it off and never would have done it again. So, anyhow, she's fine. She got in trouble. So, I mean, if I can just, and there might be somebody on here that, you know, I don't know, just, you know, if somebody eventually sees a video of me with, you know, and they hear the fact that I'm wearing a wig, you know, and they're like, oh, well, I need to, you know, or I want to, but I feel like people's going to make fun of me and yada, 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 then maybe there's something that I can say that will help them get the confidence to actually do what they need to do, or want to do that will make them feel confident within themselves. So, and like I said, a lot of this is just me doing this so when I do get to the point to where I do have to start wearing wigs on a daily basis, because I legit have no more hair, then I will already have some that I know fit me, that look good on me, and I know how to style them or whatever. And then as well as for people within my family that really needs them now but doesn't really have the money or the time to be doing what I'm doing right now, buy in and send it back and all of that stuff. If I find one that works for me, the coloring may be a little bit off for certain family members, but if I find one, at least they can go and say, okay, this is the wig I want, let's try to get this wig. And the one wig that I have that has come, I really think is going to be a winner for both of us. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling it's going to be a winner. You can even though it's synthetic, it can be dyed a little bit. So even if we can't buy one that's more her colors, we do know people that do hair. We can take it to someone that we know that will dye it to more of her natural hair color. So that's another reason why I think that this would be more of a winner, because even if it's not entirely my hair color, because I think it might have to be a little bit more reddish, more of a copper look, I can have them dye it to where it's more brown. So, but anyhow, I know y'all probably don't really care, but you know, that's what we do here. We talk about random stuff. We talk about anything and everything under the sun, and we're just transparent around here. I try to be as transparent with you guys as I possibly can. So, tomorrow's going to be very busy. I do not know if I will get a chance to do any type of recording. I will try, but I cannot promise anything. I probably will, a little bit later on, I will probably do like a short random video about whatever, just to make sure that I have some type of video to post Saturday. So, because I don't know if I will have the chance to record something tomorrow, Friday, for something for Saturday. So, because I know y'all will not see this video until Friday, even though I recorded it today on Thursday. So yes. So anywho, with that being said, we are off, and I'm going to feed my hungry little goblins. So, with that being said, you guys are awesome, and we'll see you guys next time.